Well, I'll tell you, between Ray and David, there's not a lot left to say, except where the hell is the rule of law? Where is the rule of law if we don't have people that are held accountable? And whether it's the petty criminal on the street that robbed somebody or something like that, yeah, all of them are thrown in the clean. And you have a president that orders the military to go to war, to an illegal war, a war of choice, a war that doesn't have to happen, a war based on lies. And if we don't put somebody in jail for something like that, I mean, what are we doing? We've been talking a lot about torture. We know torture happened. We have a president and a vice president that now say they knew that there was torture going on. And yes, oh yes, we had to do it. Yeah, well, there it is right there. The admissions are there, and it takes the people like us. We were out on the streets. I mean, yesterday in Union Station, Bruce and Mike were there. Elaine, Lori, Linda, Mauricio. I mean, how many else were people out on the streets with Bush signs, arrest Bush signs? You would be, I mean, it is the most thrilling thing you've ever seen in your life. We were almost late getting here because we had Bruce's giant banner out there that says arrest Bush, and people wouldn't let us go. I mean, they were just coming up saying, stop, you've got to stop, we've got to take a picture of this. And we just, you know, at times there were 30 and 40 people taking a picture. They would go, the next set, the next set. The mood is there. The mood of the people is there. But we have this new administration that already is backsliding on things. Well, we've already started reading in the paper, you know, that, well, there are already talks between the new CIA director, or director soon to be, and the old CIA director that, you know, you can't really hold people accountable for what was done under the Bush administration, that there should be no prosecution of people who broke the law. We can't prosecute them. And that the deals are being cut right now. And that's where we come in. And that's where, you know, the tactics that have been tried and true, well, tried, some of them not too true yet, when you have an administration like the Bush administration that really didn't give a rat's wattoosie what the people of America felt. And it was, so when the vice president says, so the people don't like it, so who cares? They're not going to do anything to me. And he's so brazen that he admits that, yes, we knew the torture. We authorized the torture. It was good. So what do we do about that? I mean, when we have a new administration that may be following on that same line. And it's for exactly those reasons that we cannot be silent. That we have to be out there. That we have to be. I mean, I hope Barbara sells every one of those t-shirts and sweatshirts tonight. We need to get those things on the street. We need to keep everybody buying them all over the country. I mean, we're talking about our fundamental legal system here. Whether or not anybody's above the law. It's a pretty, I mean, here the euphoria of the weekend that we have we have the first African American president, and we're so thrilled with that. But we do want change. We want change from what was going on in the past. And if we see any backsliding on this, it is up to us to say, yes, we can make a change. And if it's even in the first days of a new administration that's backsliding, we will make a change in that. And the way we have to do it is by our presence out there. I mean, it's been pretty stunning the last week. There really hasn't been much of a presence on the street to confront on the various issues. Code Pink Women for Peace have been out there with those banners on Gaza, run for office on the premise that if I get in, I'm going to, I'll probably lose my job. But my one focus is going to be bringing charges for the impeachment of George Bush. So we need to have those types of people, those types of citizens that are willing to run for office. We really don't have time, though, to run for office again. That's 2 years in the future. We need immediate action. We need for this new administration to take action on these crimes that need to go before a court and have a court adjudicate whether or not the Bush administration has committed war crimes, crimes against humanity, and crimes against our domestic law. So I hope that all of you all will be committed to keep after your congressperson, to keep after your district attorneys. I mean, how many of y'all have ever met with a federal district attorney before?
Only when I get arrested.
Only when you get arrested. Thank you, Elaine Brower, great arrestee of New York City. Yeah, I mean, that really is. I never met with one, and I must say, I hadn't quite thought about it. I think we all need to. We need to get appointments with our federal prosecutors and bring in. I mean, take a copy, if you have enough money, buy a copy. But of the 35 articles of impeachment that can be used for prosecution too. These are things that we can do to keep, and then be sure to try to get that complicit media with you.
You've been wanting to say this
That's
for
right.
a long time.
Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock the bastards up and throw the key away. Far away! A few years down and get mowed, and life in Abu Ghraib. Make sure their sorry asses never see the light of day. Think you got it? 2, 3, 4. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock the bastards up and throw the key away. Far away.